Hi everyone, welcome back to the session. So while we while we're waiting for offline candidates to join, let's do one thing. Maybe we can dedicate some time to the online candidates. So if you have any doubts, any questions, any feedback, that's the most important thing. So please share it. We'll be happy to answer or talk through it. So please ask us the questions, and we have Chetan and Abel tracking down the messages that you're sending. So please share the questions and let us know your feedback and questions. Yeah, you can unmute yourself. So once you join the meeting, you have the liberty to do unmute yourself and then ask me a question or anything that you want us to explain. If not today, maybe tomorrow or down the lane in this 5 days of program, right? So please feel free and let's make this interactive. Okay, so please. Yeah. Chetan, are you getting any messages? Okay. So among all the topics which we discussed so far in the first session, may I know which topic interested you the most? Right. You can mention the topic name, and I'll get to know which one you like the most. Okay. So there is a doubt on the text file which we shared yesterday in the WhatsApp group, which is named as fdp requirements.txt. So first of all, I'll let you know why are we using that file. So today, and we will not start with the coding today. Okay, we will go with the non-coding platforms. But from tomorrow, we will be starting with some coding platforms. Again, it will be like a copy pasting and then viewing the results. Okay, but there will also be sessions where you will be developing. So that's not an issue. But talking about the FTP requirement.txt file, that has certain packages. Okay, so instead of you installing one by one, you can just follow the command which is Sorry for the interruption. Basically, we had an internet issue here, but I hope everyone can hear me and can see me. Can I have a thumbs up, please, if you're able to see me? FTP underscore requirements dot txt. Something else. Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. Can you all hear me? Online students, participants, can you all hear me? Let's get started. Can you all hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for your response. So, one of the faculty or audience asked me that how should we install the requirement.txt file? So that is for tomorrow onwards, but it is better if you install today itself. And the command has been sent by Able. So follow that command to install all the packages. And also refer yesterday's message. It has more detailed information to step-by-step install whatever packages or files that I'm asking to install. Okay. And so let's get started then. Are you all ready from online? Can I get a yes, please? Online students, online faculties. Yeah. Can we start? Are they able to text? Yeah? Okay. All right, so let's get started. So now, uh, to use any GenAI system, right, there is one skill that is majorly required, right? And what is it? You need to communicate to GenAI. You need to instruct your GenAI to do something, correct? So there is another word for that instruction. What is it? Prompt. It is prompt, right? And prompting is an art. So like how painting is an art, dancing is an art, singing is an art. So likewise, prompting is also an art. Okay. So now let's see a small, what happened? Let's see a small kind of a case study or a small skip play among Chetan and as well as Mr. Abel. So basically, what they'll do is they will enact a scenario, okay, to make you guys understand that as a so basically Abel will be the prompt, basically the human, and prompt giver, I mean to say, and Chetan will be. Okay, and let's also see that what mistake to the Gen AI. Are we ready? Yeah. Yeah. Good. Online students, are you all ready? Yeah. Please give a thumbs up. Please give some kind of notification so that we can know that you guys are with us. Okay. Okay. So let's get started. Are we ready? Yeah. Okay. Uh, Mr. Prompt Engineer, the so-called prompt engineer, the basic, the beginner prompt engineer. He's not the expert prompt engineer as per his own. And this guy is a Gen AI model now. Okay. So let's start.
Okay. Hello, Abel. How can I help you?
Hi, Genai. So take this and make it small. Okay. This is not a bottle. This is not what I want. So, okay, let me make it more clear. I'll give more context to you. Okay. Take that bottle and give me a smaller bottle with a pink cap.
So basically, AND situation means it will say analyzing, describing all of the messages, right? Acknowledgements.
Okay. Thank you. So I got what I asked for.
Okay. So that's a small. Thank you, Chetan. Thank you, Chetan. Thank you, Abel. So this we just planned like during the lunchtime. Like how can we take this interestingly? So basically, anything that we humans take for the first time, we are very eager to like explore it as soon as we take it. I take this remote and then I want to explore. Then yella output on this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but I will not see what exactly is happening. I'll not understand. Correct. So what we have to do in terms of Gen AI prompting, is we need to follow a certain structure. We need to follow certain, you can say, a sequence in order to get your Gen AI work for you and as per your instructions as well. Okay. So there was a mistake which Abel did in his first instruction. Can someone from online team or offline team did you guys observe it? What is it, ma'am?
Give water and said, make it small.
Give bottle and give it make it small. It's like calling a student and then say that write something on the board, and then you'll be wondering what should I even write. Correct. That's one mistake. And then second time he refined something else. He refined his prompt. What did he do? Specify what? Small bottle, pink color cap. All of these he mentioned. Correct. Correct. So now imagine doing this to a baby. Okay, that's how you have to treat your Gen AI. It's a baby. Okay, you have to tell to the Gen AI like a baby, saying that you do this. Okay, it looks like this. Take that. Lift it or throw it. Some kind of instructions you need to be giving continuously. Okay, so that is the reason prompt engineering is an art. Okay, I'll tell you, working with GenAI and then prompting a lot of applications for 3 years, I still cannot call myself an expert in prompt engineering. Because why I'm saying that is because if I am prompting only in one particular domain, let's say teaching domain, then you cannot call yourself a prompt engineer. The challenge is today you're working on a CS project. There it differs. Tomorrow, if you're working on a mechanical project and if you're able to crack the prompt for the mechanical project also, then only you can call yourself as a prompt engineer. Okay. So what is the commonality between different projects to other projects, like project to project? What is the template we as users or as prompt engineers, beginners, has to follow? First one is there are certain types of prompt engineering. Does anyone know about it? So, okay, let me take whatever skit that these guys played and then try to relate to the type of the prompt. First one is, he said that take this bottle. What did he say? Make it small. Take this bottle, make it small. It's like direct. So that is called as zero-shot prompting. What is this zero-shot prompting is? You're not providing any kind of examples. You just want the Gen AI to do the task for you. Okay, it's basically, I just, on a lighter note, I would say that zero-shot prompting is, whose cup of tea and the keladre, it is a person who doesn't have a time, right? Especially, for example, in 5 minutes you have a class, and then you don't have the time to, hey, I want this, that, right? What you'll say is give an example for thermodynamics, maybe, correct? So that is like the, what do you say, the zero-shot thing, okay? And that is first type. What is the first type? Zero prompting. There is another type wherein Abel, in the second sentence, when he was revising the first prompt, he said that it has to be in this color, it has to be in this shape, the cap has to be in pink color. All of these are some examples that he's trying to give. So that is called as one-shot prompting. Okay, so if you provide one example and then the task with that, it is one-shot prompting. Okay, now for example, let's say I have a Gen AI system, and what I would do is I would say come up with a calculation. Like for example, I'm adding two numbers, right? For example, if a plus b is equals to, in computer language it is ab, right? It doesn't add or anything do like that. But if it is 2 plus 2, it is 4. So when you give a plus b, you are indirectly expecting it to concatenate and then give you the answer, correct? So you need to specify to the prompt engineering that my input is a numeric, my input is a categorical. It can be anything, but make sure you add and give me the right results in the end. So that specification of each step is the most important thing, and that itself can make you a good prompt engineer. Okay, that is what kind of prompting? One-shot prompting. So we are done with zero-shot prompting. Second one is the one-shot prompting. There is one more type which is called as few-shot prompting. Few-shot, few, only few, FEW, few. So what is this about? Let's say you provide more examples to make your Gen AI understand about what is your input, what is your output, and how you want the output to be. Everything you're mentioning pin to pin. That is what you call it as few-shot prompting example. For example, I have got student marks list. Okay. Now I want a list of students who have failed, a list of students who can probably improve because they are close to the average or above average. And then, yeah, let's take up those two categories. Now, how should I prompt here is, hey GPT, take this data set. I have given you in CSV file format. Now, the second step is, this data set contains columns like student number, student name, subject, and the marks. And you can also specify the column names format. Sometimes, sir might save it as S number, ma'am might save it as student number. So that also you need to specify that what each column means. And once you give that, then the next example will be that out of all these attributes, I want you to give me maybe first one in the bullet points. First one, top list, top 5 performance. Second one, bottom 5 performance. And then give me the final answer in terms of CSV format. So if you see my overall explanation, it covers from input, processing, and the output. Everything I'm specifying, correct? So this is what makes your Gen AI understand what exactly you want. So that is what we call it as few shot prompting. So 0 shot prompting, 1 shot prompting, few shot prompting. So even if you're doing the simplest of the simplest task, could be you dump some text and then you want some summarization out of it. Make sure you elaborate a little bit. Okay, so I will take a pause here and then would love to hear any questions if you have. And same goes with the online folks as well. Okay, please stop me. If you have any questions, be it offline or online. So now that we have discussed about prompt and prompt engineering, you guys understand it, right? What is prompt and what is prompt engineering? Okay. Yeah. So in the IT sector, if you ask me, prompt engineer. By the way, prompt engineers are paid like anything. Okay, they are paid at least minimum. You can say like the fresher. I'm saying you can say around 5 to 6 lakhs. That is like starting. Okay, and only skill that they know is how to jot down points and then make the system get you the answer. Okay, probably in India, every work is done by the data scientist, okay, or the business analyst. But otherwise, if you consider abroad universities or companies, they have dedicated member. So they have dedicated member for a person who is doing, let's say, prompt engineering in so and so domain, prompt engineering in finance, prompt engineering in let's say coding, something like that. Okay, but they are paid highly in most of the MNC companies, and they are considered to be the gods. Why? I'll tell you. There was one example which I want to share out of my experience. So there was this task, okay, and I was struggling to come up with that right prompt. It's finding a right prompt is like finding a right partner in your life. It's like that. Okay. So if your prompt is good, your life is good. If your prompt is not good, you're still like struggling. Oh my God, what is this? What should I do? So that is the kind of intensity you can say, or the degree of level which usually prompt engineers go through. They have to talk to a lot of stakeholders. Okay. So now why I'm explaining so much, right, about what is happening, who takes care of it, how does it deal with it, right? Tomorrow, if you want to build any solution for your college, for your department, or students, your projects, you guys have to know that what you want first. You have to break it down to a level where you have to literally break it down to a level where, let's assume that you're teaching to a baby, and what all you want it to understand and pass it as an input and then get as an output. That breakup is what you all have to know, and trust me, you will build mind-blowing Gen AI applications. Building Gen AI applications is not a difficult task, I'll tell you. Okay, but designing the whole prompt is itself has its own style and its own unique way of doing it. Okay, so the art of crafting effective inputs, that is prompts, to get the desired output from an AI model is what prompt engineering is. Are we good? So that's why I put GIF. Please prompt code on. Then coming up with the right prompt is an art, like I said, and this screenplay which we have planned already implemented. Okay, so let's go further. So now, of course, I have discussed with you guys what are the different types of prompts, right? But let's see some examples. Correct. Let's see some examples. Let's try to understand. And once this exercise is done, I request all of you, if you have laptop, please try it on laptop. You can use ChatGPT. You can use Gemini AI. Okay, free versions, obviously. Okay. And then let's say if you don't have laptop and if you have just phone, please install ChatGPT app. Okay, you just have to log in using Gmail and then just open it. Okay, so while this is happening, hope it doesn't take much time. Oh yeah, please, online folks as well. Please, if you have laptop, just type chatgpt.com and then you should be able to use the ChatGPT on your browser. And just in case, if you don't have laptop and if you're logging in using phone, then please install ChatGPT application on Play Store. Okay, and we will start in some time, like in 1 minute. So let's do one thing. First, let's try ChatGPT. Okay. For some time, let's try ChatGPT. Let's test out ChatGPT for some time on various prompts, types of prompts. Then let's go to Gemini or something. Have Gemini also ready. Back to the prompt gallery. Prompt gallery side. Okay. So I hope everyone has. Yep. Cool. So I hope even online folks, hope you have installed ChatGPT, or you just can access the link which is sent in the group, and it will directly take you to the ChatGPT website. So whatever you're posting on here, post on website also. There are some people there. Okay. So we, yeah. So if you see this slide, I'm basically putting up some of the ways of asking a particular prompt. Okay. Yeah. So if you see this slide, basically it introduces you to the different types of prompt engineering. Plus, if you do what, you will end up with what type of prompting I've also mentioned. Okay. And then once you give this prompt, what kind of output you will be getting. Okay. That is also, I've explained with you, right? I've explained with an example already, right? There is skit and an example. So let's go further. Yeah. So all of us will try out this particular prompt, okay, in our ChatGPT, which we have logged in for now. So basically, we are taking sentimental classification, okay, or in our terms, we've also called it sentimental analysis. So now I think everybody would be familiar with this term, right? Sentimental analysis, right? If let's say if the first session did not go, whatever we delivered, well, then students will be like very bad, right? And faculties will be like very worst. That is like expressing the emotion, a certain kind of an emotion. That is what sentimental analysis is all about. So now, this one example, okay, wherein we are having three things here. One is the prompt, next one is the AI response, and then the prompt type. Okay, so for each of the prompt type, we will see one examples and then the response as well. How it will give. So basically, I have put the AI response here, which means I have already tried and then I have put it here. But let's see what it gives for you guys, right? So, yeah. So the prompt goes like this: classify the sentiment of this feedback as positive or negative. Okay, you can give the line that is present here, or please try out something, some innovative line, some crazy lines. Okay, it could be a line from a song. You never know, right? Right, and then see the AI response, and then that would be zero type prompting style, zero shot prompting style. Call me if you guys are facing any issues. Okay, we'll come. So did all of you try this prompt, first prompt? First of all, is anyone facing opening the chat GPT application? All of you are able to log in, right? Yeah. Online folks, I hope no issues in logging in. It's a free source, you can use it. Okay. Done? Okay, Chetan and Abel have posted in the WhatsApp group also, just in case if you're struggling to read this out and then paste it, you can copy paste from the group as well. Positive, right? It has to give positive. Are we good on the first prompt? Everyone got positive?
Yes.
Yeah? Did anyone get negative? Then definitely this is not trained on English language. The model that we use in chat. Oh, by the way, this is a little technical question, okay? And let's see how many of the student knows this answer and how many of the faculties knows the answer from both offline and online. Can you guys tell me what is the latest version of the GPT? 4 point? Oh, it's just 4. Some people say it is just 4. 4.0. Ma'am is confused between O or 0. She is also hallucinating now. Okay. Anything? Any other guesses? 4.0. Okay. Okay. So yeah, the latest version is actually 4.0. Basically, it is fast and also it can answer any kind of question. Basically, like if you ask it to generate an image, it would generate. If you ask it to generate some kind of a code or something, it would generate. Like it would, if you ask a description of an image, it would generate. So it is like mostly applicable to almost all the input style. Okay, so that's one tips I could say, information. Okay, let's try the second prompt now. I didn't enjoy the event. It was quite disorganized. Classify this feedback. The workshop was extremely helpful and clear. What is the output that you guys are getting? Negative. Basically, first one we are done. Everyone got positive. None of you got negative, you said. So even on online also, I think everyone got positive. Okay. Now I'm asking about the second one. I didn't enjoy the event. It was a quite disorganized. So what is that you're giving? Huh? Oh, by the way, when you guys are giving the prompt, are you completely copying this? Yeah. You're also including this? This one? If you're including this, you are negating its response. Right? So just give the example, the feedback line, that's it. Like from feedback to disorganized, you have to give as an input. and then see, tell me the output that you have got. How many of you have got positive? Please raise your hands. How many of you got positive? Please raise your hands. Online folks, how many of you got positive as a response? Okay, ma'am has got, ma'am, what's your name? Alla ma'am, you. Positive, antava. What is the prompt that you have given? This one. Classify this feedback. Okay, the workshop was extremely helpful and clear. For that, you have got positive. Okay, that is fine. I'm asking about this one. I didn't enjoy the event. It was quite disorganized. Negative, right? No one got positive here? Thank God. Okay, so this is zero shot prompting style. Did everyone understand how do you basically prompt a zero shot prompting? Yeah. So tomorrow, faculties or students, you should train your subordinates, your friends or colleagues, saying that where they are going wrong, especially with the hurry prompting. That is what I named it as hurry prompting. I call it because the person who is in urgent will use something like this. Are we good on this? First one? Yeah? Okay. More than participants, you guys are only messaging, I guess. Okay. Let's try this one now. Okay. What is the prompt? See the style, okay? See the style. Compare the style between the previous one and this one. Basically, this one we are trying to demonstrate few shot. Right? So please try out this prompt. Let me know what is the response you're getting. Can you please paste? Okay, one question while you guys are doing this. So we spoke about supervised and unsupervised in the previous session, right? So are we doing any supervising learning here, specific externally, giving to the Gen AI? So basically now I'm talking about this first line, this line, sentiment as we are like here we are labeling, right? So first, second, third. Considering all of this, are we doing unsupervised or supervised? Supervised, correct. So because we are basically labeling the data and telling that this line belongs to negative, this line belongs to positive. Please try this prompt quickly. Is everyone getting positive? So I'll tell you one thing. I hope there's a confusion here. I'll tell you one thing. So these lines that you see from examples to sentiment, this is like your first set of prompt, first section of the prompt. And whatever you're asking this one is you're testing the Gen AI after giving certain samples and then asking the output based on this. Okay, so this is like the training data. Okay, and this is the testing one. Right? So, Ravi Kumar sir, you understand now what I'm basically saying. So what we are saying is we have to literally give this as the first section of the prompt, and then the second one is the second section of your prompt. So this you are saying that A for apple, B for ball, C for cat, and D for dog, and then you are asking what comes E for, like that. Okay. So, are we done? I hope everyone tried out this prompt. Yeah. Yeah. So now a little bit of things to know. Okay, a little bit of good to know things kind of information. Okay, so that is basically in your projects, in your future, let's say assignments or research faculties. If you use zero shot prompting, what happens? If you use one shot prompting, what happens? And the last one, if you use what happens, is what we are trying to demonstrate here. So basically, if you see the first one, demonstrates AI ability to generalize and understand context, right? So assume that whenever you have problem statements that are with respect to generalizing, okay? So now, for example, again, I will go back to the feedback form. You have shared to the parents, okay, on a particular event or something, and then they have given you the overall response and is there in the Excel or CSV sheet, right? Now you want to generalize how many are positive and how many are negative, right? You quickly want an answer, instantly want an answer. So in that way, you can use zero shot prompting. Just you want to know, what you want to know is just I want to know positive how many, negative how many. That's it. And it will also give you in very short manner. Positive is let's say 21, negative is let's say 0, like that. Okay. In that kind of problem statements is where you have to use zero shot prompting. So basically, what I mean by this is in such generalized based applications, it doesn't make any difference if you use zero shot prompting or one shot prompting or few shot prompting. Please keep this in mind. Okay. Right. Like I want to give us some silly example. To make curd rice, it doesn't matter if you are making in a 10,000 gas stove or a 50,000 wala gas stove. I mean, why do we need stove? Sorry, first of all I'm not good at cooking, but you understood the whole agenda, right? To make curd rice, you just need rice and then the curd. That's it, nothing else. So no matter how costly the curd is, you will still end up in having a nice curd rice. But if you want to garnish and all of that, then maybe you have to put some more aspect on it. But otherwise, it's gonna be same. It's the same curd rice. Okay. Otherwise, on the one-shot prompting, this is little critical, like a little level 1, you can say, from level 0 to level 1 we are talking. Okay, let's just finish this. Okay, shows AI can handle new task immediately and then without any training, and then quick but maybe less accurate. Okay, you should keep this in mind. So we are basically talking about what kind of problem statement you can apply these kind of prompts, and then also the accuracy about it. That how much is the accuracy? Is it 100% correct or is it not 100% correct? Or is there anything that anywhere that you have to do evaluation? Okay. Then comes the one-shot prompting. Quickly teaches AI models tasks by showing them a single clear example. So like I said, one-shot example is one-shot prompting is all about giving an example and then giving the task. Correct? So it's like faculty is teaching you guys and then asking you to come up with one assignment tomorrow. That is like one-shot prompting only. Then comes a few-shot prompting. So now here faculty is giving like explaining the whole syllabus and then finally conducting an internal test for you guys. Okay, because they would have given 100 number of examples and all that they have to test is if you have understood it or not. So that is where the few-shot prompting comes into picture. Any doubts in these three prompting styles? No, right? Sir, definitely. If you ask me, I would say few-shot. Okay, but again, it depends on the problem statement that you're taking up. So if it's a simple one like summarization, first one will work. Okay, and like I said, it doesn't matter if you're using second or third one. Whereas, let's say there is a contract, you want to read a specific key attribute in that. Okay, let's say there is a MOU document or something, and you want to extract your college name plus the partner name who is aligned with you. Right, that is the prompt. So to do that, you have to mention that what format the MOU organization with whom you have signed, the name looks like. Is it going to be limited.com or is it going to be privatelimited.com? Some examples if you provide, then you'll quickly get the results. There, These kind of few shots only will work. One shot may you will never get. You never going to get the results. Okay. Then, so as I said, you have to include a lot of stuff and all of that, right? So information and all, but there is a specific structure to follow. Okay, like how wedding happens with certain functions, right? First this, second this, third this, etc. Prompting also involves certain structure, like it's similar to our code, you can say, right? So first one is instruction, second one is context, input, and output format. Okay, so let's see what each module talks about. The first one is about what do you want it to do. Okay, so you are setting the an outline to your Gen AI saying that what exactly that you want. Okay, then the context, which is background information. For example, I'm giving my PDF and I say that here is a PDF. It contains general text plus it also contains some scanned images. So make sure you apply some OCR on it so that it doesn't miss it. Correct? So that is the kind of background information you give about the input that you are passing. Then comes the main question. Okay, you're given the PDF, you're asking, you're telling the type of the PDF and all, but what exactly you want out of it? You want some keyword like I was taking the MOU example, you want the partner company name. So you specify extract the partner company name. Okay, then comes the desired style. So do you want it in a capital letters? Do you want it in the small letters? Or do you want as it is that is there in the contract? That is what you can mention here. Sometimes you can also mention the format, like if it is a structured file that you want it in certain format, then you can say that I want the final output file to be in CSV format, JSON format, Excel format, Word, whatever it is. Okay? Are we good with this structure? Then one example, that is instruction could be summarize the following text. Context could be scientific article on AI and education, right? And then the text could be the input text that I want to copy paste, right? And then the output format could be bullet points. So now, can you please all try this? And if you ask me what we should do about this text, just go to some Wikipedia or something, search for the scientific article, or if you want to give something else, try out something here. Specify some other domain, copy paste some content, and then see the bullet point results. Please, you can do it now. Yeah, that's what I said. So, okay, let's do it. Let's make it more interesting. I'm sure all of you would have, all of you would have seen your PDIT website, right? How many of you have not seen? That is a nonsense question, first of all. Okay, so go to your PDIT website. Okay, maybe about us column will be there, right? So copy paste that about us, and then above you include that some PDIT and engineering college. You give that title, and then in bullet points you mention, give me the output in bullet points. That's it, and it will give you everything jotted down in bullet points. And folks online, if you don't know what is the URL for PDIT, you can try out your own college. Chetan has already sent in the chat. Actually, ma'am, we are making your analytics grow. Now everyone will visit your website. So just in case if you're not able to go to that website, you can go to any random website and then copy paste. But make sure you give the right context. So one thing that I observe here is, some of you are individually struggling to do some simple tasks. So what I would suggest is team up with at least 2 or 3 people, or if 4 if it is there, then it is much better. Okay, so that one can copy paste and give you guys, share the content, other can try it on, other can evaluate the result, and other can ask if any doubts or anything. So that in one shot all of you can do it. Online folks, please try out this prompt. So I will repeat for you guys. So what you have to do is you just have to mention the instruction saying that summarize the following text, and then maybe provide some kind of information from Wikipedia or any other website, but make sure to provide the right context. So what I mean by that is, let's say if you are going to some stocks market, okay, and then copy paste the first few lines. Just mention the context as stock market, and then copy paste the whole content here inside this text, and then mention that you want the output to be in bullet formats, bullet points. And once you give that to ChatGPT, it will give you the result in bullet points and according to your context as well. Please try out and please share the output, whatever you got in the chat. No, ma'am, no, ma'am. No, yeah, the Gemini will understand this is what I was meant to say. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry. Students, are you all good on that side? Yeah, this side, all are good. Sorry, ma'am. It is given in the bullet points. Is it relatable based on your context? Actually, so right. Actually, ma'am, Pavitra ma'am raised a very good question here. I don't know if you have heard. So what she said is, when we are giving the prompt, should we also include instruction and then this context and then this input and then this and then output format and then this? If you specify, it is much more good and good for understanding of your GenAI. Okay, but otherwise, if you don't give also, this is how if you give, it will give you a relevant answer instead of giving you a random answer. Okay, but it's a good practice to actually mention instruction colon and the line, context colon and the line. That will be a better improved version of the prompt. Okay. Lata Ravi ma'am, online, she has given, sorry, Lata Ravi sir, he has put the answer in the chat, WhatsApp. Basically, he has used, summarize the following context as the prompt, and then he has copy pasted some content. Oh, nice. That's a really good prompting style, sir. That's nice. Yeah, this makes our life easy, right? Imagine a dump right? Yes, I can feel the sir's response. So basically, imagine you have minutes of meeting, and now I'm going to give you right examples how to use GenAI. Okay, usually faculties, whenever a department level meetings are conducted, most of the coordinators are into creating MOM or summarizing the whole content and then showing that as an action points. That is where this kind of prompting will help you guys a lot without wasting your time. So shall we go to the next segment? Yeah. And yeah, the students ask me how is this going to help. So again, this is like one short example only, right? So example, you have a topic, okay? In the textbook, I'm saying you have a one-page topic, okay, which is very theoretical. It's like reading theoretical subjects are like very boring, correct? So what you have to do is just in the phone, just open Google Lens, click a picture. Once you click a picture, it would highlight the lines that you want to copy, right? So you take the topic name, title I mean, and then where it ends. Copy it. Come back to ChatGPT. Then follow this instruction, and then you will be like completing that page in like 5 minutes. Okay. So you guys can do one thing. So just in case if you don't know how to, for the folks and some of the faculties, if you don't know how to use Google Lens, take a picture of this, okay? And then you will get a Google Lens icon there. Click on it, and then automatically all the text, whatever you need, it will get copied from the image. Okay, so we have an interesting prompt here. I don't know the name, sir. Please or madam. Oh, you said sir. Okay, so sir has testing the GenAI literally. He's saying that what is the prompt? Summarize your role in bullet forms. He's asking GenAI summarize your role in bullet forms, and it has given very nicely. Okay, I hope everyone has touched upon this activity. Yeah. Okay, let's go further. Oh, this is another style I would say. So that whatever you did previously, it's like you can say type 1 or style 1, whatever you want to call it. So this one comes into picture. This kind of prompting comes into picture when you want your GenAI to think as a specific candidate. Okay, assume that what do I say? Okay, so there is a GenAI subject, correct? Now you're prompting, and then you want to prompt how a data scientist looks for, right? For example, if I am a data scientist, what is it? I am a data scientist, and there are certain things which I look for when I get a data set. I would look for if there are any. Basically, I would perform null analysis. I would perform missing value analysis. I would perform feature analysis. I would perform how many categorical, how many numerical. You know, all of those. You can say functionalities. I would test. So instead of me for the help, what you can do is you can set the role assignment. This is where it makes a lot of difference in prompting. So you're saying you are a math tutor. So you say that you are a data scientist. You are an experienced data scientist. So the more you refine it, the more results, much better results you'll get. Let's take Ravi sir's marketing analysis example. You are a marketing analysis expert. Okay. Then chain of thought. What is chain of thought? For example, is let's think step by step. So basically, you are trying to connect this role with this. Okay. It's like if you are the marketing analyzer, and then you are like you're being given a certain scenario as below. This could be the chain of thought. Okay, and then you're saying reflection or self-critic. That is, can you review your last answer, or you can say that as we have given you some data here, can you analyze it as a marketing analyst? Okay, and then the system prompting is used in chat system. For example, you are helpful, honest, and harmless. So basically, this one is like the task that you want to do it finally. Okay, we have an example. No. Okay. But anyways, what I'm saying is this will be very useful when you have to mimic a person. Okay. It could be a teacher, it could be a student, it could be a data scientist, like I said, it could be anyone. Okay. Yeah. So this will come into picture as I talk about this. Let's say there is some cultural event tomorrow, and then usually when you conduct cultural events, you have quiz competitions, you have some puzzle competitions, and all of that, right? So now here, what you can specify is, in order to come up with the right quiz, right? You can say that, assume if you want to make it more difficult, okay? Assume that you are a quiz solving expert, okay, and if you are made to attend the quiz competition, then what are the tough questions that you can't answer, or it will be difficult to answer, okay? Then the system, the last thing you would be is, give me the 5 tough questions that I can include in the event. You have got the whole picture there, okay? And I'm not supposed to tell this, but sometimes when we are like busy with the schedules, what we do is we have to take interviews, okay? What we do, we take content from the skill set, and then we take from the skill set, and then its technical experience, work experience, projects, all of this we'll take. But we will nowhere copy paste their personal details, like phone number and all of that. That is again wrong. So what we do, we just copy paste this, and then we will say that give us some technical questions on SQL, give us some tough questions on project management. All of these questions we will use, and then we will ask them. But the glitch here, I mean, the catch here is we know the answers, whatever the technical question that it is asking, because we have their experience. But to test the candidate's experience based on the experience, like if he is fresher, you can mention that he's a fresher, then how to trouble him in the interview. And then, so yeah, you can use it whatever style you want. Okay, so that could be one of the example. So you guys want to try one example on this? Maybe you want to mimic a person or a designation and then get the task done. It will be a good exercise. Okay, you can do one thing. You can do one thing. No. You will do it here only today. Here, you can change the roles for same question. Keep everything same. Just change this, and then see the different variations of response that you get. Okay. First one could be you're a maths tutor. Okay, and then specify some chain of thought based on the following question you need to answer, and then if given a simple addition problem statement to you, what would be your solution? And then last May you can write it as give me answer in so it's a format. Okay, keep the same thing. First 2, 3, 4, sorry, and then change from math tutor to 2 years old baby. Okay, and then see the interesting responses. And like fast express, Chetan has already copy pasted the response. Please check that. So you're saying that you're a math tutor, and then you're saying that you're being given a task to act like a math tutor or something. Okay. Sorry.
you are 2 years baby.
Yeah, 2 years baby.
Yeah.
And rest everything keeps same.
Yes.
Yeah. First of all, you try with math tutor. First try with math tutor. No. No. You have to change. You have to specify certain questions here. You can keep this as it is. Let's think step by step. And then this can be, can you review your last answer, right? Instead of this, you can say that, can you tell me how do you add two numbers? Okay, can you tell me how do you add two numbers in this section? Okay, and then the last one will be, give me the answer. That's it, give me the answer, that's it. How do you explain adding two numbers? Please change that, sorry. How do you explain adding two numbers? That's fine. Can you put that in chat? Yeah. Both in WhatsApp and Zoom. Yeah, put that as the reference. Did you all get an interesting workbook? So one such example which Abel has tried, he has shared in the chat, WhatsApp chat. You can check that. The response is funny, is what he says. I don't know how funny it is. Can you tell me what is the response if you have got when you change the role, Abel? Can you read it loud?
Okay. So the question was, the first question I gave was, you're a math tutor. Think how we can solve a complex quadratic equation and give you your answer. So because obviously step-by-step thing to solve a complex quadratic equation. And now my second prompt was, you are a 3-year-old being. Think how we can solve a complex quadratic equation with your answer. So it was more funny, like, so we got the big going thing called a complex quadratic equation. It's like a number game with squiggly things. It's the same thing, but the way it's said or described is completely different.
So it's trying to add the emotion that will deal with the baby, right? So yeah, he has already shared.
When you share the screen, let you type, they'll be able to see.
In Zoom calling.
Yeah, in Zoom.
Oh, okay. Let me share it.
Like that. Share that now. Okay. No, you need to share the screen.
We'll put it here and then check.
Okay. There we go.
Screenshot. Screenshot. Because they want to link. Even comment on WhatsApp. Take a screenshot. Half of it. Manasa Sudhir. Nice one. You're having fun. The Manasa map's response is also on WhatsApp. You guys can check. Yeah. Can you put the screenshots?
Sounds coming for that.
Show me the final answer.
This is for baby. Yes.
Okay, so this is the response that ChatGPT has given when we change the role from math tutor to 2 years old baby. See the way of expressing, right? It is using he, usually we use for laughing, right? In texting. So it says, where is that? Go. So it says, okay, I'm a witty baby now. So here's how I explain it. So kids basically they don't know to explain certain words, right? So even though it is a Gen AI, it is trying to act like a baby. Okay. So do you get the level of understanding that a Gen AI has with respect to every age category human? Yeah. So come on, why does it had to spell it like a baby, correct? Yeah. So yeah, this is the kind of mimicking that you can do using such kind of prompts. Okay. Let's go back. So I hope everyone did try this aspect. Okay. Then let's go further. So, like we discussed in prompt engineering, like we know the right ways, we should also know the wrong ways to do it. Okay, so that we can help others to improve and also improve ourselves as well. Okay, so first one is too vague or broad. Can one of you give me examples for this kind of prompting? So basically, we are talking about common prompt mistakes plus common prompt mistakes examples. Okay, so first one is too vague and broad. What could be the example? Any random example you guys can give? Too vague and broad. Yeah. Let me help you guys with the example. Tell me about technology. What exactly you want, right? Tell me about technology. Technology has a lot of aspect, correct? And you have, like I said, you need to specify stuff to generate. Otherwise, it'll hallucinate again. Okay. Then no context or constraints. One example now. Now I need example from you guys. No context, no or constraints. It's like shoot direct. Huh? Image processing. Yeah. I think one candidate gave too vague or broad example as image processing. Correct. It is image processing. But what to do with image processing? You need to add the head and tail behind that, right? So thanks for the example. That was a good one. Next, it will be no context or constraints. Summarize this, right? Summarize this. It's like go sit there. So are you asking me to sit on the floor, or are you asking me to sit on the chair? So that's not clear. That's something on the no context or constraints. Then comes asking too much at once. We do this a lot, right? Because we are humans, we are greedy. So one example would be write essay, generate quiz, give study tips, everything at once. Okay, this it won't work. It won't work such kind of prompt. Okay, so please don't follow this kind of prompting because it's not going to give you accurate results. Okay, so please after attending this FDP, none of you should be doing this. Okay, there is one more thing which is not specifying format. So basically you have asked a question and then you haven't specified in what format you need. So for such is the example, list the planets. Again, do you want it in an order or do you want it in reverse order or do you want some random names? Nothing is specified. So hence, this could be one of the examples for not specifying any format. So most of the problem statement that we deal with would have some sort of ordering. Okay, be it a code, be it a topic to read, or be it a conversation that we are talking about. Everything will have an order. So if this not specifying the format or order misses, then everything else is gone. Okay, keep that in mind. So another one would be tell me about technology. So now we are talking about how you can correct it. What is the right way of correcting those mistakes? Okay. First one is tell me about technology was the wrong one. So how do we correct it? Explain how thermodynamics or a lake machine works. Anything that could be education in 5 bullet points. Okay. Then comes summarize. This is the wrong word. So you would say summarize the following article in 3 sentences. And then insert text meaning. You copy paste the text inside that. Or just give text after this coding. That's it. Then write an essay, generate quiz. You study. This was an example for dumping everything as a prompt. So here is where you have to break them out in bullet points. Okay. What are you saying? Break it into 3 separate prompts, write an essay, generate 5 questions, list 3 study tips to understand. Okay, this way you'll achieve better results in terms of the output response that you're getting from GenAI as well. This is why I said in the morning, the content you give, the content you will get. Okay, so that is the reason whatever you give, make sure you give it in the right way. Okay. Yeah. I have one last one, which is list the planets. So we are correcting it as list all the planets in the solar system in order, each on a new line with one interesting fact. So this is one extra masala that I'm adding, but otherwise you guys can add much more stuff compared to this. Okay. Are we good on not making mistakes when we are prompting? Yeah. Okay. So in the beginning, this guy. By the way, who is that person? Who's this person? He's an MC in one top show, right? At least some of you would have seen him great, sir. Okay, let's address him like that only. Even I don't know who is he. So I just wanted to download some GIF suiting to the context. I downloaded, that's all. So now he's saying in the beginning. So I hope your feelings are also same like how this GIF is going on. He's like, how is that possible? How to do that right prompting? Abhilash said prompting is an art, but how do you even? He's showing me who's this guy. Okay, thank you. So in the beginning, all of us, maybe some might be knowing how to do prompting, some might not be knowing. At least people who did not know how to prompt, right? So now initially it would be like how to do this, right? How is it even possible? And now here we are, wherein this particular guy is now happy. And then yeah. So he used to say, how is it possible? But now he'll say, wow, it's just that simple. Right? So I hope you guys are also feeling the same thing. It's just that simple. Are we on the same track? Or did we leave some stations behind? All right. Okay. So basically, to summarize everything and then talk in terms of terminologies. So what we are talking about is prompt engineering basically improves your accuracy, okay, and reduces hallucinations, customizes tone or style, and then saves token usage. The last point, if you ask me, is where gonna cost on your pocket. I meant to say in terms of money, right? So some of the applications, when we guys try personally, we pay some money. So in ChatGPT, the minimum amount to credit is $10. So it's around 890 or 845 rupees or something. So when you include that, what happens is you can get the API key and then you can use it in your code. Okay, so that aspect is what we're gonna try out tomorrow, which will be completely hands-on, and we will not be like I'll be talking and then I'll ask you to try out the examples. We will see proper tools which are developed on GenAI. Okay, is there anything else? No, it's nothing. But yeah, what I would like to end on this topic is prompt engineering is the starting point. Okay, prompt engineering is not the starting point. I'm sorry. What is the starting point? The ideation in your mind. The way you want to solve the problem, the way you want to articulate the problem to the machine is the first and the most important step. If you are going wrong there, your prompting is going wrong, your results are also going wrong. Okay, so that is the reason, especially in education system, usually all the experienced faculties, because they would have gone through a lot of types of students, types of parents, types of subjects as well, right? You guys have might have like people with, I heard from ma'am that people are here from 30 years, 35 years, right? You guys have seen, you might have seen AI from the beginning till the Gen AI, correct? You guys have the right examples now. So why am I taking this example is, tomorrow if there are any events or a comparison that has to happen, right, wherein a student or a faculty who is new and then he wants to understand how this subject has to be explained, then they are the right ones to design the overall prompt. Okay, so the more experience gives you, the better prompts is what I feel. Okay, and students as well, how do you practice this prompt engineering is, you have to put your efforts in trying out a lot of problem statements. You can't say that, okay, I'm the prompt engineer, I prompt well because I got one or two applications got them. So just building by two or three applications wouldn't make you a good prompt engineer or a prompt giver. Okay, so what you have to do is try to solve real aspects. For example, like I was saying, if you take a topic, you scan and give it to the chat GPT, and whatever prompt that you're giving is what makes a difference. So you have tried on text, next try it on image, next try it on video, next try it on an image to describe something, right? So try it on every multimedia and then see what you can do. And sometimes, faculties might expect you to, or when I was in Acharya, that is like back in 2010 to 2014, I never knew that we can contribute to the department. Only after I came to last year, I was like, yeah, why didn't I even contribute to my department? And after that, when I worked as an assistant professor in Atria, we made sure that we maintain some clubs. So these clubs are completely dedicated. And so in the beginning, some students are chosen because the rapport has to be built, and the assurance between the students, HODs, faculties has to also build, right? Otherwise, you can't just simply create clubs and then just have it there. So we have to build this trust, is what I'm saying to the students out there and to the students who are watching me online. So you guys can form clubs like this. Give assurance that you can build something for college, for your department using GenAI, and then solves one of your problem. Could be getting feedback of hostel, maybe, right? There might be a lot of issues in hostel, and you're not incorporating or intimating to the faculties. So you don't have to always call them. You just go to some system and then record there, and then GenAI will record the expression as positive or negative. If it is positive, it will let it be. If it is negative, it will directly intimate to the person who is concerned about it. Okay, so that you are solving the problems then and there and not waiting for one person or another person. Okay, this is just one example that I'm trying to suggest, but there are like umpty number of problem statements which you will see in coming next 4 days, wherein we will talk about attendance, student attendance system, we will talk about admissions query system, we will talk about some lesson planning system, like I said in the beginning. We will also talk about some POC or matrix mapping. So all of these going to be very interesting. So only request from non-technical side faculties or participants is, anyways, the code will be in Python. So you guys don't worry about understanding the code. Okay. What you guys have to be worried about is once you take, for example, this is the Python code I want to run. We will give you the commands to run. So code is there, everything is there. Ready-made module we will give. You just have to give the command and then run. Once you run, the different prompts that you have to try is where your input should go in, your effort should go in. So from tomorrow onwards, whatever codes that we're going to display and show, we will also pass it to you in the form of PDF or something, and then you can copy paste easily, run the code easily, and then get the output as well. Okay, so please don't be in a myth saying that tomorrow Python coding will be there, so I don't want to attend tomorrow. Okay, so please. So now that I'll pause here, please raise any questions if you have. We will be very happy to answer.
It's a zero coding knowledge also they can be a part of this workshop, right?
Yeah, yes, sir.
That's what Python like. You said like
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
maybe after that Python code, etc.
Yeah. So today, whatever we did today, like whatever prompts that we tried on ChatGPT browser, it doesn't involve any coding. It doesn't involve. At least now, faculties are from non-technical department. Can you guys say that Jenna is also for me? Can you change that thought? Yeah. And also online folks who are present, who are especially from non-technical background and wherein a myth saying that Jenna is not for me or not for my department. Today, I'm sure you guys would be realizing that it is for everyone. Yeah. So please, if you have any questions, I can answer. We have another 10 minutes. So in this short time, we can also discuss some feedback so that tomorrow when we come, I might implement or we might implement in that session if anything is going wrong or haywire.
Tools like ChatGPT currently everyone is using, not only computer science, etc.
Yes, sir.
So prompting is very
Yes, sir.
So prompt engineering, you said like, non-technical people.
Yes, sir.
Okay, right from prompt any specific like nano marketing like.
Okay, sir.
You said finance.
Yeah.
Prompting in finance, prompting in marketing. Can it be scope is there for that?
Yes, sir. Definitely. Wherever data is there, everywhere scope is there. So it's like when you do marketing, you might have some data sets or anything. Right?
So marketing analytics.
Analytics. Yeah, analytics means some kind of data you'll have and some insights or recommendations you will give, right? So that kind of, so we'll do one thing. We will bring in some non-technical problem statement also. Okay, maybe we will use some stock data. Definitely stock data is relatable to you guys, right? So we will use that kind of stock data and then we will see, we will try to predict what are the characteristics of that stock. If it might go down or up, we'll see. We can perform such kind of applications. Online, guys, any questions, please let me know. Students, do you have any questions? You guys want me to do anything extra or anything that you guys want to focus on? Yeah? So whatever I'm doing is fine. They are saying it's not fine.
Online participants, if you have any questions, you can ask right now. You can unmute yourself and ask the questions.
Sir, good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Yes, sir. The example you explained like list the planets. If we typing that the prompt in ChatGPT, automatically it is showing in
Sir, One
Hello.
second. Let me. Can you all please? I can't hear you. Sir, could you please repeat your question and could you please tell your name, sir?
So I'm Ravi from NIC. So,
Okay, sir.
sir, nothing, sir. Just you have written some prompt for list the planets. Okay. So when I typed in ChatGPT, automatically it reviewed the question and it is showing the order without any. Problem.
Okay. Yeah. So basically, it depends. The list itself is a. I'll tell you what would have gone inside to give you that kind of response. First of all, when we mention the word list itself describes that one item below the other. Correct. It's like an order. So maybe it would have considered the list meaning, and then it would have given the planets as the answer or the context.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you for your question. Do we have any questions? What is it? Read it. So one good question I've got, that is, in order to become a GenAI engineer, how to become a GenAI engineer or prompt engineer? Please tell the path. So, like I said, you have to practice. It's like practicing cricket. The more you play, the more unique shots you can come up with, right? So, and how do you practice chess? The more you practice chess, the best you become. Okay, so it's like that. But otherwise, if you suggest me some platforms or materials, so there is this one guy called Krishna on YouTube. He is like pretty famous. I think most of the students. CSV files, you need to try it on the image files as well, video files as well, in all other formats as well. No voice. What happened? What is happening? Am I audible now? Am I audible now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So I don't know if you guys heard me. There you go.
Last 1 minute we didn't hear, sir. Actually, online.
Okay. Yeah, no problem. I'll repeat it. Yeah. So basically, how to become GenAI engineer or prompt engineer? Please tell the path. So basically, what I was saying is, to improvise on prompt engineering, you have to work on some of the projects, right? You can't just implement two projects and then say that you are a good prompt engineer. Okay. So basically, try with different inputs. Try with different multimedia. Okay. Like at a time, you try to capture some text, try to capture something out of an image, right? Try on different multimedia aspects, and then you see if you are able to synthesize and understand the basics behind the prompt engineering. Once you are done, you implement one overall project. Okay, not simple ones like summarize or then define or something like that, but include at least a 3 or 4 level prompting basically. Okay, multi-level prompt is what we call. When you have multiple tasks in one prompt, you will call it as multi-level prompt. So try out a list of multi-level prompts for a particular problem statement. Okay, so for example, I want to suggest you one project. Okay, I was talking about admission query system, right? So whatever system that we have built, what we are doing is it has 3 phases: phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. Phase 1 is all about assume people like Chetan. He is from Nepal, by the way. So he wants to come to India and then study, right? So if he wants to come and join PDIT or any other college in Bangalore or anywhere, what he would do, he would go to the website of the college. Okay. So now we have built a system such a way that you either upload the PDF which describes the college admission details and the courses and all of that, and then load it to that system. After you load it to the system, there is another button which will say translate the document. So now, since Chetan is from Nepal, they might not be knowing, their relatives might not be knowing, or any student who is from out of state, or take Bihari kind of UP Bihar parents, right? So usually they don't know, English. You can convert that document to Hindi or Kannada or any other language that you want. So after that, you can go to the phase 2, wherein you can copy paste this and then put it in phase 2 block, and then automatically chatbot appears. So now what you're doing is you're converting the whole data into your fingertips, which is like question and answers. So you want to know, are they offering computer science and engineering course? You want to ask that question, and then you would get a response saying yes, they would offer with so and so. If it has fee structure, then it would say the fee structure, and if it has any deadlines, it would also display the deadlines. That is phase 2. Now comes the phase 3 as well. Usually, this admission query system is being used by 2 people. One is the admission team, the other one is the student who wants to get admitted. So, with respect to student admission, I have told you guys. But what is that admission team is doing? They are basically collecting this prompts or the query that the student is looking for, and then they will convert this data into a dashboard. That is, how many CSE queries have come, how many ISE queries have come. Taking this analytics data, the admission team can contact the respective student, and then probably improve the percentage of admissions, you can say. So that is one problem statement. So you see, this is a combination of a lot of stuff, right? So when you build such big projects and then prompt it, that is where you will get the real exposure of what to be done and what not to be done with respect to prompting. So I hope I explained to who was that? What is the name? Ravi sir. Yeah.
So that's why some of the websites have chatbots
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Definitely.
instead of like having a physical person to give information.
Hmm.
They embedded chatbots also.
Yes, yes, yes.
It gives some information about admission inquiry, etc.
Yeah. If you ask me, whatever tools that we are building, chatbot is like compulsory. It has to be there no matter what. So I think that is the next level of web interaction without you guys interacting to the student or the stakeholder. So I think, yeah, maybe after this session or FDP, one of faculty or student or a team would build a chatbot for your PDIT website. You never know, right? Right, Rupan? Yeah.
Questions from students. Since you learned already AI will gen system have any questions? Last time you did chatbot also, right?
Yeah, Jarvis, I saw that. That was good.
That AI search. Answer questions. We have feedback today.
Yeah, let's share.
Online participants. Feedback for online participants. Share the WhatsApp group. It's a
share after this. So thank you everyone, offline candidates and online candidates. I hope you guys had a understanding of. I hope you guys had an understanding of what is AI, what is Gen AI, and where to use Gen AI, where to use AI, and then how you can implement Gen AI in your education, what kind of problem statements, what is prompt engineering, what are the different styles of prompt engineering, and all of that. So if you still have questions about today's session, tomorrow we will spend at least 5 to 10 minutes in the beginning. Please carry forward your questions there tomorrow. And please don't miss tomorrow's session, because tomorrow is where instead of talking more, talking will be less tomorrow for sure. Okay, so all will be hands-on sessions. So please don't miss. And one thing that I would like to say is, please complete the assignment. Okay, please be honest and complete, because tomorrow when I'm talking about comparing AI and Gen AI, then definitely you all will be like, okay, this is what we got to know yesterday. So that realization will happen. So hence, by saying that, I would say that thank you so much, and have a nice day, everyone. Happy evening. Bye. Thank you.
Thank you, Abhilash sir, for your wonderful session. And I also thank Matthew sir and Chetan sir for assisting in this session. So if any of the participants has any doubts, please do ask. So you can unmute yourself and you can ask the questions. And thank you, Ravi sir, for asking the question. So with that, we'll be able to answer many other queries also. So any other questions from online participants?
Sir, have you created a upload option in the classroom? Google
Yes,
Classroom.
yes, sir.
Thank you, sir. We'll
Yes.
upload the assignment.
Sure, sir. Sure, sir. So many of the participants have not joined the Google Classroom. Please, as soon as possible, kindly join the Google Classroom. And you can also post the queries also over there. And here also for this entire day, what all the session we had gone through, morning and afternoon session. If you are having any questions, please you can post it in even WhatsApp group also. The main thing what we are expecting from you is like queries. If you ask the queries, then we will be able to come up with the solutions. So that is one thing. And another thing is like I just want everyone to turn on your camera just to take an photo, please. Yeah, turn on your video, please. I request all the online participants to please turn on the video. So we'll take one screenshot, that's it. Okay. Thank you, Ravi sir, and thank you, ma'am, and all the other participants for joining us today. And again, tomorrow we will join once again exactly at 9:45 a.m. Soon after this session, as per the schedule, soon after this session, we will share you the feedback link. And also at the end of by the end of the day, we will be sharing the link of today's session. Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲ ನಮ್ಮ ಫೋಟೋ ಬಂದಿದೆ